Well, hi, Alec. This is such a pleasure to speak with you. This is my first time talking with you. I'm a huge fan. I want to say, first of all, I loved the family photos of the premiere, you guys in the matching suits. I thought that was so cute. Was that your idea?
No, my
Okay.
wife
Okay.
is certainly the producer of that event. Yeah, but there's a woman named Dolly Pratt who we hired. She's a costumer in New York. Does a lot of wardrobe design and so forth. And we were put in touch with her, and we contacted her, and she did all the costuming, the briefcases, the glasses, the shoes, the neckties, everything. She came to our house, fit our kids, went out and shopped for them, came back and fit them again the day of, and we all jumped in the car and went to the premiere. And it was really, it was so much fun to have them there.
Honestly, it was just really cool to see a nice someone at a movie premiere again after a year and a half.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I was excited about. I love how this movie is opening in theaters and it's also streaming on Peacock. I love that you're able to give families different ways to watch it. I'm curious what your streaming habits are over the last year and a half during the pandemic. Do you binge watch a show or do you actually enjoy weekly episodic television? Because I kind of like both, but sometimes I like to kind of spend some time with the show and after each episode. I'm curious what your binging and streaming habits are.
Well, one thing you mentioned I want to touch on is the streaming versus the theater thing, which is that, the Fast and Furious movie came out and did very well at the box office, but that's a different demographic. What I like about what they've done is they recognize that kids can't get vaccinated right now, or they're unlikely to be vaccinated. So the streaming thing works well for that, for our demographic, which is kids. If you can go to the theater, great.
I
Uh,
love that point. Yeah.
yeah, but when they announced that, I thought, oh, I think people are ready to go back to the theater. They should just show it in the theater. But then I realized, someone else pointed out to me that the streaming component is very important because we have a lot of little kids in the audience who are not going to be vaccinated. Now, my streaming habits and binging habits, yeah, if I get hooked on a show, and plus, even if like the first year is great, and then the second year isn't so great, but I'm hanging in there. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
when are we going to get really good again? And I'm very loyal and I binge shows. And the most recent ones I binged during the pandemic, Your Honor with Bryan Cranston
Yes, I love
on,
Brain
on
Cranston.
HBO.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them that I've watched. I binged Bill Hader's show. Why am I blanking on the name of the show? Where he plays the hitman.
Oh, Bill Hader's show. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love that show. It's not, it's what
with
Barry.
Barry.
God, it took us
I
forever to
love
Barry's
Barry.
name.
Henry Winkler. I
Oh,
love Barry.
Barry.
I binged I know Westworld and Ozark and all these other shows.
Those are so
And
sweet.
I really, if I find something I like, I just get down and watch the whole thing. Yeah, I
I
binge it.
love it.
I
Yeah.
binged Ray Donovan. Ray
Oh, Ray
Donovan I
Donovan.
hadn't seen. And
Yes.
during the COVID, I watched like 4 seasons of Ray. I couldn't stop watching it, because I love that cast. So if I find something I like, I just really ride it all the way.
Here's the thing, I listened to the episode with David Arquette. I'm a huge Scream fan, and I thought it was really eye-opening as a film critic to hear about your conversations about casting directors and studio execs. Can you tell me about that podcast in the sense of who else you're going
Well,
to
that
have next?
I don't think I've ever had a show that I regretted doing, whether the person is somebody who's a famous writer, somebody in politics. We just interviewed a woman, Lorena Gonzalez, who's a very progressive assemblywoman in the southern part of San Diego, the southern district of San Diego. Wonderful, wonderful, like this amazing woman who's a political hero down in San Diego, California. So whether they're stars of music or films or TV or elected officials or academics or writers, what have you, I don't think I've had one show I didn't enjoy recording. It's really been a pleasure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I have to say,
Thank
my
you.
mom and I are huge fans of It's Complicated. I love that movie. And congratulations on this film as well. I thought it was so sweet and the message was so important. And I can't wait for young fans to see it streaming and in the theater. Thank you so much for your time, Alec.
How's the weather in Baltimore?
Well, right now it's super hot. It's 97 degrees, but it feels like it's like 105.
Okay.
It's hot.
Stay safe.
You too. Have a good
Bye.
one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.